A red state leaning blue on our electoral map. As the candidates battle for Virginia's votes, hundreds of thousands of absentee ballots are already in as a new controversy develops. Let's go to CNN's Dan Lothian. He's got our battleground coverage. Dan, the McCain campaign has gone ahead and filed a lawsuit. Give us the background. What's going on?
That's right. CNN has confirmed that the McCain campaign has filed a lawsuit against the State Board of Elections here in Virginia. They're asking the state to accept ballots, absentee ballots from military personnel overseas late. So if they're sent out by at least the 4th, that they should be counted if they arrive here by at least the 14th of November. Now, the guidelines here in the state say that absentee ballots have to be received here in Virginia by 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. I did reach out to the Board of Elections. The communications director tells me that they have not had a chance yet to review the lawsuit, so they can't comment. Meanwhile, state officials are gearing up for an unprecedented election.
To use a sports analogy, Virginia, a rookie battleground state, is putting up veteran numbers. 10% of its more than 5 million registered voters have already cast absentee ballots, some by mail, some in person. Almost 500,000 absentee ballots have been processed so far, compared to a total of about 200,000 4 years ago. It seems every voting record in the state is being shattered.
That is so exciting to know that we have so many more people participating in the process.
And this early jump will help to relieve some of the pressure on precincts as officials brace for a 90% voter turnout.
Obviously, that's going to have a major effect.
On the ground, both campaigns are sprinting the last few miles of this presidential marathon. The Obama campaign says 15,000 volunteers are contacting hundreds of thousands of voters across Virginia from now until the polls close.
Obviously, the campaign has invested heavily in Virginia, and there's a lot at stake here.
At McCain headquarters in Richmond, volunteers work the phones. The campaign says they're making tens of thousands of calls and knocking on thousands of doors in these final hours. They say their Get Out the Vote effort includes a force of 20,000 volunteers statewide.
We can't lose Virginia. John McCain said in Bristol this morning, he said, if I'm going to win the presidency, I need you all to win Virginia.
Now, Barack Obama is still leading in the polls here in Virginia. You might remember, Wolf, that just a couple of weeks ago he was up by 10 points. That lead has now been cut in half. He's up by 5 points. 5% still unsure. Wolf?
All right, what's the latest data on that NAACP lawsuit that was filed last week against the governor of Virginia?
That's right. Well, the NAACP was in court in the courthouse behind me, and the judge ruled that their lawsuit did have merits, but he denied their request to have additional machines put out there in some of these precincts. He also denied their request to have the voting hours extended for a couple of hours. The NAACP saying that they will watch how things go tomorrow. They might end up back in court still.
All right, we'll see. Dan Lothian reporting from Richmond, Virginia. The Obama camp is hoping it